Kyle Potter here with the Uptake, and I'm here in Greenville, South Carolina right now. This, though not incredibly a small town, is probably the smallest town I'm going to be stopping in. The population's about 56,000, as according to the 2000 census. And, on my way here, I came from Atlanta, hitchhiked from Atlanta. I made horrible time. I got 4 rides, and it's only 2 hours away. I did get a ride from this trucker who told me this crazy story about a ghost hitchhiker that I thought was pretty entertaining. And it went something like this, where there was another trucker driving through like the mountains of Colorado, and he saw this hitchhiker like 2:30 in the morning. He felt bad for the guy. It was like middle of nowhere in the mountains. And so he picks him up and talks to him for about an hour, and then the guy's like, well, drop me off here, and it was middle of nowhere as well. So the guy thought that the trucker thought this was all pretty strange. And he drives, to the next cafe, and he's like, "I'm going to grab something to eat." And he was telling the cook at this like small town cafe, and the cook is like really freaked out and says like, "Oh, that's the ghost hitchhiker." Apparently, they've had several accounts of this ghost hitchhiker, and I don't know how it's been determined that it is a ghost and not just a person. But apparently, someone died like hitchhiking or something like that, 50 or 60 years ago, and then is a ghost hitchhiker in the area. So I thought that was kind of an interesting story. There, heard lots of different stories from this guy. He was really pretty entertaining, telling me all of the trucker culture, and so I enjoyed that a lot. I got here to Greenville, South Carolina, and I'm staying with the guy who works at the Army surplus store, and just kind of to show you what a different culture this is. I was at the Army surplus store, and there's this guy like checking out machetes, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what, you're getting a machete?" He's like, "No, it's for my son." I say, "How old is your son?" "Oh, he's 10. Buying a machete for your 10-year-old son? And he's like, "I think he's old enough." Yeah, that's completely different culture from anything that I'm used to. But it's kind of interesting. It's a nice area. As you can see, this is within the city limits. This is like the park here in Greenville, and I kind of like it. It's pretty nice. And I'm leaving tomorrow already, and I'm going to make a long trek up to D.C., be there for a few days, and then Baltimore, New York, and then start heading back home. So this is Kyle Potter from The Uptake signing off.